Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for coming to this video. Whoever you are, wherever you're from, you're all welcome here. I love you guys so much. And I'm really happy to have you guys here. You're welcome here without any prejudice or discrimination. We welcome you with open arms, and please feel free to use the information in these videos to benefit yourself or the people that you love. Okay, so today's video is a bit of an offbeat video, and it's about something that is not a herb, and it is not a spiritual item, like really, but it is something that has been inspired by one of our highly esteemed and cherished subscribers. Thank you very much for being a subscriber and for actually inspiring me to do this video. Now this video is about, I'm gonna do a series of videos about eye color, because it affects spirituality in a very big way, and people might not be aware of it. Okay, and the spiritual qualities of different eye colors. This is something that's very big in Sufism, and I have been aware of it since a young age. I've been aware of the fact that different people with different eye colors have different spiritual qualities or properties, things that they are able to do that maybe other people cannot do as powerfully, okay, or things that they need to watch out for with regards to their own spirituality when it comes to their eyes and the color of their eyes. So this video is about the green eyes, and these are very powerfully spiritual eyes. They are very deep and intense in their spirituality, and I will explain in a minute. Okay, so I have seen since my young years, there's been books about, there's a whole book that's written about green eyes. Okay, and the green eye color. Okay, and I think that it's important for people to know this knowledge, because if you have green eyes, then you're lucky. You're very lucky. Okay, other eye colors are also lucky, but they have different qualities in spirituality and abilities in spirituality. Okay, for example, my eyes are brown. Okay, but I do have a blue color rim around the brown, and it's like, it's blue, it's clearly blue. Okay, in the middle it's brown, big part of it is brown, blue around the edges or around the circumference of the eye, and it sometimes is more obvious in darker light. Okay, and my eyes have been known to change color, and I've known people, like for example my some of the sheikhs that we have, the relatives I have, their eyes can change color from one color to the other depending on how strong the sunlight is. Okay, or the UV light that's available is. So they go darker when the light is when there's a lot of light, and they become lighter as they move into the shade. Okay, so it's amazing. Okay, and I know it's very interesting, right? So we do have a lot of things that we know about these eyes, that you know, the secrets, that I'm going to be revealing some of them here. So the green eyes are found typically in people who are very passionate, very emotional, very deep in their emotions. Okay, they can be very sensitive. Okay, and also they can be very sure about themselves. Okay, or another way to put it is like someone, they can be confident, and sometimes they can be overconfident about things around them, people around them, situations around them. So one of the main things that I saw in that book, it started with a warning for people with green eyes. Like, don't be overconfident about situations. Say for example you want to go into a business deal, okay, or say you want to go into any kind of situation. sometimes people with green eyes feel that the competition is weaker than them, okay, that they have that thing in the bag, okay, and that is one thing that people with green eyes need to be mindful of, especially in spiritual work, because in spirituality there is the good and there is also the bad, okay, and people with green eye colors tend to be overconfident, especially when it comes to them being stronger than the competition, or that nobody's going to do anything and I'm going to get this and I'm going to find this and I'm going to do this, okay. It isn't wishful thinking and it isn't imagination. They're not imagining it, okay. It's very likely that they will get the things that they want. But there was just a warning in the book, I remember, about people with green eyes being overconfident about situations and thinking that there's no other competition. So they have to do a little bit more extra when it comes to any situation to ensure that the competition doesn't win against them, okay. That can happen as well in romance. In, say for example, there's men and women with green eyes have different attributes. For example, there's a woman with green eyes and she is sought after by a few men, and there's one of them that she likes, and then she says, that man, I'm going to have that man, there's no competition. Whilst all the time there was someone else competing with her over that man, and she didn't think that there was competition, okay. They're not arrogant, but they're just overconfident about things. So when we want to train anyone with green eyes spiritually, we tell them, don't think that you are the only person that's going to do this or be able to do the best at this certain spiritual job. Go the extra mile and do more, a lot more than you expect yourself to do, okay, or than people expect you to do, so that you ensure that you win, because you can be, the veil of the green eyes can stop you from winning because you think that the prize is yours already, okay. So that translates, for example, for men with green eyes, if they're interested in a business deal or say for example a contract. They think that there's no competition, they keep delaying it, they leave it a day, they leave it 2, they leave it 3, they leave it a week, they leave it a month. And all the time that they're leaving it, because they believe that it's theirs already, someone else comes in and takes it from them, and by the time that they wake up and they want to do everything to get that business deal, it's already been sealed with someone else, okay. So it's like a gentle warning for people with green eyes, okay. They are absolutely beautiful green eyes, and they're one of the most beautiful eye colors, okay, and they're the rarest as well, okay. In the world there's not many people who have green eyes in the world at large, okay. There's more brown and blue and hazel and etc. than green. I think it's like 2% or something with green people. I'm not sure about the percentages, okay. Now, something else about people with green eyes, they are very powerful at abundance work, okay. So money, anything to do with money. If you are praying for money or for abundance, and you've got someone with green eyes, okay, praying with you for that abundance, you will get a very big result, okay. And sometimes, say for example, we have a case that we're working on for someone who doesn't have money. We want them to be wealthy, and we pray for them. We call a person who has green eyes and ask them to come and sit with us and pray with us for the abundance, or work with us, okay. In general, they are quite powerful at attracting abundance, but their overconfidence can make the abundance elude them at times, okay. So if you have green eyes, then it's very, very good for you to work with abundance, but be extra careful and go the extra mile, okay, and protect yourself very powerfully, and do not assume that things will just happen just because you worked on them, because there could be many people who are competing with you, okay, and you have no idea because you have green eyes, okay. So, and they will get the abundance and not you. They'll win the energy over, okay. So you got to work. You can attract a lot of abundance with green eyes, but the key is not to be overconfident, okay, especially financial abundance, okay. Now the other thing here about people with green eyes is that they are known to be very jealous, okay, jealous people who are jealous of other people taking anything that they feel that belongs to them, or they feel that, both women and men with green eyes are very jealous over their partners. So as soon as they have a sniff of someone else around their partner, they will go the extra mile to protect their partner. But they need, the advice here as well is that to not let that give your partner, if you have green eyes, whether you're a man or a woman, give your partner the illusion that you are possessive, or someone who can, for example, be irrational about your protectiveness towards your partner, okay. I've known women with green eyes throughout the years. From our books, it's written that women with green eyes, they find love easily, but they lose it easily as well because of their jealousy, okay. And you find that women with green eyes, they can have partners who will cheat on them more often than other eye colors because of the fact that they are too jealous, okay. So they, instead of keeping the partner close, they push them away. As for men with green eyes, when they are interested in a woman, they can make the woman feel as if they're crazy with their jealousy, okay. And I've seen that many times. Women feel suffocated and stuck with men with green eyes because of the fact that they can try and control the woman and control everything because of their jealousy, okay. So in any kind of situation like this, if you have green eyes, bear that in mind. Of course, everyone gets jealous. It's something normal, and no one would want anyone to talk to their partner in any kind of over friendly or to any kind of let's say romantic way. But if you have green eyes, always remember that it might not be what you think, okay. It might not be, because people with green eyes think that everyone that talks to their partner is into them, okay. And sometimes that's not the case, and especially men. For example, you find a man with a woman and he's got green eyes. If anyone looks at her, they make that into a big deal, okay, and that can destroy their love relationships, okay. However, when you turn this into a spiritual thing, for spirituality, it has been known for our scholars to work with people with green eyes to keep relationships, to keep fidelity in relationships, okay. For any work, spiritual work, that has to do with a partner being faithful, a green-eyed person is perfect for that job. Or if you are someone like me, who with brown and blue eyes, and you get a green-eyed person I get a green-eyed friend, like the person who's talked to me who's inspired me to do this video. If I work with him over faithfulness in a relationship for any client, that ritual, that prayer that we're gonna do together, bi'iznillahi ta'ala, is going to be a lot more powerful than if I do it with any other eye color, okay, in producing the result of being faithful. It also, they are very good at protecting relationships. Any working that is to do with protecting a union, if people with green eyes focus their energy on any spiritual working to protect a certain union, they get the most powerful results. Okay? In the olden days, where there used to be a lot of harems and a lot of women in the harems, the guards they used to pick used to have green eyes, because they believed that the green-eyed guards are the most powerful protectors. Okay? Obviously they were not involved with these women. The women would probably have belonged to the sultan or the caliph, but the person on the door of the harem or the guards of the harem often had green eyes, because they are able to protect the women. So green-eyed people, especially men, they are very good at protecting their partners. Also, women with green eyes are also very good at protecting their partners. Okay? It's often been said that the woman in charge of, say, the concubines or the harem would have green eyes, because she would be able to hold it together for them. Okay, and nobody would be able to come and intervene with the women in the harem that are married to or like belong to this person. Okay, so it's very powerful, the energy, when it comes, if they work on protective. They're very good at protection prayers, especially when the protection has to do with love or relationships. Okay, so I often involve my green-eyed friends when I want to protect a relationship, and I want an extra powerful result. Okay, so I will involve my friends who have green eyes. I'll call on them. Okay. Now, also something that is well known about people with green eyes is that they have very beautiful emotions. They're very emotional and sensitive. Okay, and they have beautiful emotions. Okay, an emotional depth that is not found easily with other eye colors, except I would say brown colors can be emotional, but it's more in brown eyes, for example, it's more about looking after people and taking care of them and so on, and like they have this maternal energy with them, people with brown eyes. People with blue eyes, they are very good at entertaining their partners and so on. I'll talk more about the other eye colors, but the green eye people are very good at protecting the relationship, and they have this emotional depth. Okay, so they have emotions. So these emotions, our prayers, our du'as, when we do them, there's a lot of emotions that are involved in that. Okay, and the more deep the emotions are, the likely the chances of the dua being answered, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala looks at the person's heart. Okay, so when you have someone with green eyes, they have a powerful energy for prayers being answered, and also healing other people with the depth of their emotions. Okay, especially when they do any healing work, they are very good at any work that has to do with emotions. Okay, and if you have a green-eyed person who is born under the water sign zodiacs, which are Pisces or Cancer or Scorpio, these are excellent at that. Okay, because these signs are generally much more emotional than other signs. Okay, and in Sufism we take advantage of that spiritually, in the sense that we will involve them in any kind of working that has to do with depth of with emotional healing, especially emotional healing and depth of emotion. Okay. Now also, like I said earlier, abundance work, they're very good at attracting money. People with green eyes, when they work with the herbs that we have for money, if they're on the right vibration, they have to attract money. People with green eyes also tend to be a little bit mysterious. and it can come off as cruel to other people, because they can be very quiet and they won't say anything to the other people around them, because they don't want to, they have it instinctively that they have to protect everything and stay quiet and stay hidden. And that's for them, that is what is normal for them to do. And that can come across to other people as cruel. Because there would be no other explanation for it. Why would someone hide something from someone unless they suspect that this other person is going to betray them? So if there is someone who is a friend of a green-eyed person, please understand that this person can be mysterious. And there's a lot of things that you might not know about the person. So if that's something that does not work for you, you have to talk to them about it and tell them. Or they have to see it in how you are responding to them. So that you don't respond in a way that tells them that everything is that you are accepting any offer they have to give you, unless they reveal the truth. And the truth to you, and what that truth exactly is. They have good intentions, but they hide things because they feel that it's the safer option. Like I said, they are jealous and they're very good at protective work. So green-eyed people, when we are working, we call them as well to prayers or to spiritual workings that have to do with exposing the truth, the real honest truth. If you have someone with green eyes, especially if something has been hidden on purpose. For example, with brown people, you can work with them to expose the truth as well, because the brown-eyed people have a connection to the actual truth of the universe, the truth of creation. They somehow have a connection to that. So they are good at exposing the original truth. Blue-eyed people are good at exposing any truth that has been just unclear or unavailable. And then that truth comes, especially if it has to do with knowledge, and that knowledge has not been revealed to anyone else before. People with blue eyes, is when you work with them or when you pray with them to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for knowledge, you find that you have a lot of knowledge. And as we know in Islam and in the books of dreams, water resembles knowledge, and the blue in their eyes, that water color, that ocean color, reveals it. I'll talk about it in the blue-eyed people's video, But the green-eyed people expose truths that have been hidden on purpose, because they hide truth on purpose. And they will watch and observe until they find what they want. So they have an extremely selfish side to them as well. They will not mean to be selfish, but this is just how these people are built. They are protectors. They are designed to protect. They are designed to hide. They are designed to kind of be powerful in that area. So like everything, it's like a coin. There's two sides to it. Anything can be used for good or for evil. It can come across to people who don't know them as cruelty, like I said, and as manipulation, and as something that is very nasty, and it therefore makes people with green eyes lose opportunities. So if there's any advice I can give to people with green eyes, be open with your intentions with anything or anyone that you are interested in having an alliance with, because nobody will ever be with anybody that they feel is hiding things from them. And people and creatures, and also experienced people who deal in business and so on, will know immediately if someone is hiding something or not. And that can actually cost the person everything, the green-eyed person everything. So we work with them in situations where the truth has been purposely hidden, to expose truths. And if you have green eyes and you do any kind of work to expose truth, that work is going to be the most powerful one out of your peers who have brown eyes or blue eyes. people with green eyes can expose any truth if they really work on it and they find it. I have one of my spirits that that comes to me. It's a spirit of someone who's already passed on, okay, and an Ethiopian princess, yeah, and she comes to me, and ever since I was a child, she used to be very protective over me, okay, and she is an Ethiopian princess who is from Ethiopia, who is very well known. Her name is well known, and so on. And she's extremely famous for her beauty. Her eyes are green. Okay, and she was very well known to be a very mysterious woman, but very loving and very generous as well. Now, green eyes, people with green eyes are also known to be generous, but they are generous at the right time. They attract abundance, but if they want to be generous with you, you would have never seen generosity like it before in your life. They will give you everything. Once they trust someone or they trust an energy, then they open up to it, they become very generous. Okay. If you have green eyes, watch out very carefully for your selfishness and self-centered energies when doing work, because spiritual work is granted based on the opposite of that. So the more generous and open a person is in their energy and in their mental powers and in their thoughts, the more it is likely that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to give them something, or God the Most High is going to give them an answer to whatever spiritual work that they're doing. Yeah? So if someone has green eyes, they have to consciously do it. Do the spiritual work. Be mindful of the fact that they can tend to do the work to benefit only them. And that's why they don't get results. So all the results that they want, most of the time. So it's advisable for people with green eyes to focus on the good of all, okay? Even though they will do this without even feeling that they're doing it, okay? Green-eyed people have amazing power, and amazing knowledge, and amazing beauty. They have an attraction force with the color of the green in their eyes for abundance that is like no other. They can provide protection that is like no other, spiritually speaking. They can reveal truths like no other eye color. Okay? And they can get answered prayers like no other eye color, especially if they focus on the good of all and they are trusting in their energy and open up rather than go into hermit mode and, like what they say, hermit mode, and shut off from everything and everyone and hide the truths because they believe that that's the right way to do it, whilst it's costing them things that can be very good for them in the future. Okay, so it's a lot of like amazing things that they can do, but they have to know the secrets of their eyes. And this is why I'm revealing it to you guys now in detail, so that whoever has green eyes of you guys, mashallah, may God protect you. It's a beautiful eye color. It's my favorite eye color. So if anyone has a green eyes of you all, focus on yourself and know how to pray with the color of your eyes, because you have a lot of power with the things in your body. Okay? I love you guys so much. That's all I have for you guys. There's so much about green eyes. I could talk for ages. There's a whole book about them. But if you have any questions or suggestions or anything like that, let me know, you guys. I love you guys so much. Be blessed always, and I will see you guys in your next video. Thank you so much, you guys.